Well, it was during a big power outage here in Washington, and all the trees were down, and we went to a cousin's house to get away from the house and just to go where they had power and have a little party. And we came home about 1 o'clock in the morning, and our house was completely smoked out. There was fire in the kitchen, and you couldn't see a foot into the house. I actually came through the garage, and I opened the back door, and I looked and saw as much as I could that the kitchen was what was on fire. At first I thought it was an oven fire, but so I went back outside and I cut the power, and
Well, you called for Rocky first.
Yeah, I called for our dog. We did lose our dog in the fire. And I came in with a garden hose and tried to put the fire out. And so I got chewed out by the fire department to never do that, but they say that I did slow down the fire enough that it saved the structure, but everything else was completely damaged.
We were pulled up in the driveway when we first got here, and I was getting the kids out of the car when they were sleeping, and Kevin went up to the door, and we opened it up like normal, and we called for our dog, and we didn't notice the smoke until a few seconds later, and the dog never came to the door, so we shut the door real fast, and I backed the car out of the driveway, parked it across the street with the kids, and they were just going hysterical, crying. I said, stay in the car. We have a 11-year-old, 9-year-old, 8-year-old, and 2 6-year-olds. So 4 girls, 1 boy. So it was
pretty traumatic.
Yeah, they were very upset about the dog. He didn't make it.
What do we do now?
Yeah.
You know,
Where do we go?
You know, where do we go? I mean, we can't stay in our house. It's burnt up. You know, what do we do? You know, so first thing first was try to assess the damages, see what we could save, and unfortunately we couldn't save very much.
I know it's materialistic, but you know, I'm a photographer, so I was more worried about my baby pictures and stuff that's not replaceable. But our computer was here before, and it was kind of like a built-in desk, and you know, that was completely soaked with water from the fire department.
Smoke and heat damage.
Yeah,
the fire was actually right here in this outlet, and that's what caused the fire was a faulty plug-in, and it was actually a GFCI outlet that you wouldn't think that would happen to, but
yeah,
something
the house
happened.
Only like 3 years old.
Something happened in the manufacturing process when the power came back on. Somehow it was able to jump the spark, and it was burning in this wall for over 5 hours, according to the fire department and the fire marshal. Well, they came recommended from our insurance company, MetLife, and so my mentality was that if they recommend them, then they must be good enough to go with. So they're not just going to recommend people who, you know, don't do a good job. Well, it was pretty good. The project lasted a little bit longer than we expected, but that was mostly due to our fault.
Upgrades.
And I'm supposed to be in a wheelchair due to my service in Iraq, and so we did a lot of modifications for handicap. We expanded our shower so that I had enough room to be able to maneuver. Our shower before was just way too small and wouldn't work for a wheelchair. So, and Alex was bar none, super stud. Did everything he was supposed to do and kept me on track, and always kept us in the loop. And definitely not old school as far as, oh, we only open 9 to 5. Always answered my text messages, my phone calls, my emails in a pretty rapid way. So that was really impressive. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely would. Everything is done, high class quality. Everything was done. The communication to me is the biggest part. There was a lot of communication. There wasn't any time where I just thought, man, I wonder what's going on. No, there was always an update. There was always communication and letting me know that, okay, we've got this amount of time left. Okay, this is your options. So I would definitely recommend them to other people. Say bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go.